What is up, guys? We are here for part 10 of the Washington Redskins offensive ebook breakdown. This video, we're going to be looking at the pistol Y trips. And first and foremost, let's go over the run plays. This is going to be probably one of the very few times I actually do a run play. Halfback slam is the run I recommend. But there's also another run that's been getting a bit more popular lately, and that is the strong power. As you guys know, I was like the king of strong power last year, maybe the last couple years. I just would abuse the mess out of strong power and then kind of build my passing game around that. But this year, not so much. Now, I definitely like strong power. In this formation, it is a very hit or miss play. The one thing I didn't like about it last year, and it's still a weakness this year, is that slot wide receiver, if you're going to run strong power from this formation, you need a good blocking wide receiver from the slot. Because once we run this play a couple times, I mean, as you can see, you can get some pretty big gains. It's a big hit or miss type of run. So if you need something conservative, absolutely run the slam. But if you are looking for maybe a bigger play, or let's say your opponent is overload blitzing on this side over here or something like that, they pinch and crash. They're trying to set up an A-gap or something. Maybe they set something up like this. I don't know. And then they're kind of lurking over here to set up some sort of blitz over there. And then in that case, you can maybe run it. Now, again, I'm trying to use two controllers. It's a bit harder. This isn't a good defense. All right, anyways, but like I said, it's just a big hit or miss. The one thing I want to point out is that wide receiver, as you can see, just like last year, which is why I hated the run last year and the past couple years, I never used it, is because of that wide receiver. So, like I said, if you're going to use this run, just make sure wide receiver can block, because as you can see, that's just not going to cut it. I mean, it's basically a wasted offensive player on this play. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. If you want, you can like motion hike him or something to make he'll block a little bit better if you motion hike him. So that's another thing I may recommend to you, just to get it a little bit more consistent. Because if you don't motion hike him, like I said, sometimes he'll do good, and then you can get solid gains. Other times, like he'll run into, let's see here. So like he'll just run into this D end here, Dunlap, and just get like monster trucked over. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he's just getting destroyed. So make sure you got a good blocking wide receiver. We spent enough time on that. Like I said, it's a run. If you want to use it, go ahead. If you don't, you don't need to. But it is a decent run to mix things up a bit. And you can get some pretty big plays with it. Just keep in mind that you can also lose a significant amount of yards. Play we're going to be looking at today is PA Skins Slant. Now, my original setup for this has 3 adjustments. That is to go ahead and slant the outside receiver there, and then go ahead and drag the tight end, and then put the running back on a flat to the right. Now, this setup's okay. There's just one thing I didn't like about it, and that's that these dudes switch. I mean, as you can see, the tight end still gets open there. But when these two switch, the linebackers covering the running back and the linebacker covering the tight end, what ends up happening is they end up switching, and then he's able to guard that drag. And the drag is kind of a pretty important factor. Why? Because all 3 of the guys are bumpable. If you haven't noticed, Wheaton, Bryant, and Brown are all bumpable. So we only have 2 unbumpables on display. So another setup you can do, and that setup has three adjustments or hot routes. Another setup you can do is just to go ahead and put Bell on a flat to the left or a delay to the left. You can block them if you want, and run it like this. But as you're going to see here, as we get some time, that tight end absolutely destroys, especially when he's blocking someone. He's going to destroy man coverage because he just blocks for a significant amount of time. And so he ends up covering, and then this guy comes in. And as you guys know, once he releases, you're good to go. Now, the one negative about any release route in this game is that they don't release in time. Like, it's just wide open, and they don't go, just like on that play right there. And that can be very frustrating. So, if that does happen, make sure you like just fall back, run back far, or throw the ball away or something. But sometimes that does happen. So you can risk, losing 10 yards on a play if you're waiting for it for too long and you got the pressure coming to you. The guy that broke off of him, he releases, and then next thing you know, you're getting sacked. So just know that is a very effective delay route. So the final adjustment I decided to go with was this play is just to go ahead and slant the wide receiver on the right and then flat route the halfback to the left. We've already went over the tight end route enough times. Slants are pretty self-explanatory. As you can see, we got Brown here. I mean, obviously, he's going to get loose, Brown and Bryant. So Brown on the left, Bryant on the right. And they both beat man coverage pretty darn decently. It's Bryant. He's pretty quick and athletic, so he's going to make plays. And then the other thing that's nice is that route from Brown. Again, once he gets past that safety, he beats man just about every single time. And I know it's Antonio Brown, so he's going to beat man anyways. But I'll show you from the other side. Bryant should also be able to beat the coverage there once he makes his cut. It's just that route. The route is just nice. It just beats man. It's kind of like the skinny post, but instead of being a skinny post, it's a long slant. You could call it a post, I suppose, but it does beat man. So even though everything gets pressed, everything pretty much beats man. And as far as Wheaton route goes, he takes care of the deep defender, and if they don't have help, he can also beat him over the top. But particularly, he's more for beating a zone type of defense. So I'll go ahead and put Johnson here on let's just put all these guys in spies. I'll just run through versus cover 3 one time, or cover 2. So against cover 2, this is what it's going to look like. And he just destroys cover 2. That is why you need this route on the field, because that's a quick turn up for a touchdown right there. So we'll go ahead and we'll press coverage. We'll bring them inside, pass commit, do all that fun stuff. But when they're in this cover 2, that angled streak from that slot wide receiver, he just gets that inside position. And just look at that, man. Let's go ahead and flip the play, see if it works from the other side. Like I said, most of the time I just run it from the same side. But let's go ahead and do it this way. And we should still get that same effect. Pass lead that inside and bullet pass. And, that's just one play touchdown. They're not going to be able to run cover 2. They literally have to lurk it themselves. Now, if they go cover 3, it's a little bit different. But nonetheless, I guess I could go over some of the other reads just in case that gets covered. All right, guys, I'm going to just let the play run through one time so you can see some of the other reads. All right, that's good enough. Like I said, sorry about that. That is our main cover 2 beater, that route by itself. They're going to pretty much have to use it. So you got the delay route from the tight end. You could throw that right away once he releases. You're not going to get a lot, 2-3 yards, same as usual. Flat route over here, you can dump that down. You may want to throw it right about now. Wait for the defender. The nice thing here is that this defender in the cover 2 is going to step back with that deep or, lengthier slant route. And so as he steps back, you can go ahead and make that pass. I throw it right about now. You don't want to throw it right away when the wide receiver and the corner are still interacting. You want to wait just a little bit. Let him take a few more steps back because he's still retreating. And then that way you'll be able to get at least, a yard or 2 more before you come into contact with that first defender. So those are our first 2 little dump downs right there. As far as the slant goes, the thing that's nice about the slant is if they user this middle linebacker to take away the post, or if they put him in a deep blue to take away the post, then they're either going to have to user him or he's going to be wide open once he gets to the center field here. Okay? Then the other thing is that if you get a lot of time, once this longer slant gets down the field and past the defenders here, he's going to be open in this corner area, which we've attacked several times. So this play is really solid against cover 2. I just say that this is the main route versus cover 2 because, you can't beat a quick read, one play touchdown. You just can't beat that against any kind of defense. It literally does not take long to develop at all. It's like 2 seconds, and you can make that pass. It doesn't take long, whereas some of these other routes take longer. So that's our first read against cover 2, but we do absolutely have other options as well. This play has gone on to 10 minutes. My goodness, sorry about that. Anyways, but hopefully it's worth it because you got an instant touchdown on a cover 2. Anyway, so if they run cover 3, let's say they rehook him or something. Let's just go through these reads. Again, same setup. And we'll just let this rock through one time. So versus cover 3, this isn't the strongest play. I'll be the first to tell you that. Just so you know. So versus cover 3, all you need to really do is you can run the quarterback, obviously. But right here, quick dump down, get a couple yards. Over here, not so much because the flat zone is not like in the cover 2 where the flat zone goes deep with the slant. It doesn't happen on the cover 3. The cover 3 is going to stay underneath, and he's going to cover that. Now, if you've got a quicker halfback and maybe they blitz him or something, and the flat's open, obviously you can dump it to the running back right away. Now, over here with this slant, he sometimes gets bumped, but he's going to be one of our better reads. You can hit him underneath right here. Now, if they got 2 spies, you may not want to make that pass. But if those guys were rushing, then the slant would be open right there. They'd have to use that. And then if they stop the slant, sometimes you can get the that inside streak there. So we'll run it one more time. This time, just regular cover 3. I'm not going to make any adjustments to it. And then you can kind of see for yourselves how that looks. So like I said, you can still sneak that pass in there. It's just a lot riskier and a lot more congested in a cover 3. If it's a cover 4, it's pretty much going to be the same thing, guys. You got a couple dump downs. The slant route's going to be a good option. And then the post here or the longer slant from Brown is going to be a decent option. So that way we can shorten up this video. I already hit 12 minutes. Sorry about that. But hopefully it was worth it. Anyways, I want to thank you guys if you stuck with me through the whole of this video. I know you're very happy and excited because you got a cover 2 killer and also a play that beats 2-man under. So you know if they come to the line and they're pressing, pretty much the 2 popular defenses this year, 2 popular concepts anyway, outside of the scrape, is run cover 2 with the blitz or to run 2-man under press. And this play beats both of those, which is really nice. So yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Leave your feedback in the comments below. I love y'all. Keep dropping them likes to support the series. Appreciate it. Till the next time, we gone.